we need a player that's going to be the guy to score the goals. We know Lucas will score goals as well, but he's more of the distributor. He's more of the guy that will set up the goals, and he'll score some. But we need that spearhead of our attack. We need that number 9, that true 9 that is always going to be on the score sheet. The best teams in our league, you don't have to look at the score sheet. You know who's going to be on it. And I think that will be Cucho for us.
Thomas in the front row. Just raise your hand if you have a question. This is a question for you. All of your not sure even if you could get Cucho when you first saw the name list. Who else was kind of in the running to sign?
Look, this stacks up right with all of the other signings. I think Caleb, he's quite a few players at Portland himself, and everyone's different, right? And I think as our league has evolved, there are certain moments in time where we were getting players in their prime from Europe, right? And Michael Bradley's, Chivinko's, and Altidores. But this one is different, so I put this right up there with them, maybe even higher, because he's a young player who's he's entering the prime of his career. He's played and seen what it's like to play against the top leagues in the world, and yet he's choosing MLS because he believes that's the best place for him in his career and where he can shine and be the guy and score the goals and collaborate with the coach and other players. So it's really exciting because I'm not sure it's happened before in this way. Really is emblematic, I think, of where this club is and where this league is.
Just a couple more questions before we turn it over to Cucho. Go ahead, Jacob.
Tim, just how the first few days kind of gone since he's gotten here. What have you guys done as a club to try to welcome him and integrate him to the group?
Mm-hmm. They've gone very well. I mean, obviously, we were in Toronto with the first team, and the way the timeline set up, arrived on Wednesday, and there was a welcome celebration as part of the game watch for our match in Toronto. And I'll just really thank our staff for coordinating the event. There's, again, a lot of work behind the scenes to set things like this up so that the player feels comfortable, so that he feels welcome. And we're in Europe for a few days and just being prepared for training next week, right? At the end of this, it's about getting on the field, kicking the ball, introducing himself to the rest of the team. And so the first few days have gone very well. There's a lot of baseline testing that we do to make sure that we have a good understanding of where he's at physically. And then from there, over the next couple of days, then Caleb can start to figure out how we're going to work him into the team.
When he gets into the team, you have about half a season left. How do you envision this signing kind of lifting maybe the atmosphere kind of in the stadium down the stretch here and lifting the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think it signals our intent to compete with the top leagues in MLS. And, we have the coach, we have the players, we have the environment. And so a player like this helps with confidence with the team. I think there's a standard that it sets in training every day, and Caleb can talk more about that. But for us, it's about the caliber of player and how it can lift the team through an MLS. It's a difficult summer, right? The congestion has just started, and you need not just Cucho and Lucas and Darlington, but we need a whole team. And as you saw, players stepping up like Sean and Jason. I mean, there's a collective group that will have to come together, not just Cucho, but a collective group in order to achieve what we want to achieve this year. And he's just a part of it, but he should fit in nicely.
Any other questions for Tim or Caleb?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jordan, and then Stu. Perfect.
Caleb, this one's for you. Your anniversary of Lower.com on Sunday. Cucho will be announced. It feels like each year this team is doing something to up the level. What do you expect that announcement of him at the stadium and that welcome to look like on Sunday?
I think you've seen our team the last 4 games with the results we've been getting, that the signing of Cucho, even though he's not on the pitch yet, has really lifted our locker room, lifted our group. And we have 2 wins and 2 draws, 4 games unbeaten, 3 of those on the road. So So we feel like we're defending really well. Our mentality is excellent right now. We know we need to create and score more goals. But I think the guys know how we're going to do that. And, last game we scored 2 goals without Cucho. Lucas back into the team. Pedro starting to get more fit. You can see a little the short term what we're trying to do, but also if you're reading between the lines, you can see a little bit the long-term vision of where he might fit in. So on the road, we've been very good recently. We need to, in this last half of the year, put more of a marker down on our home pitch that this is going to be a place where no one's.
This is for both of you, with the way the team's been playing lately, and then all the young players where they're emerging, and then also bringing in Cucho, you guys gotta be very optimistic.
We're always optimistic, but it takes work, right? It takes work and focus. And MLS is a really, really difficult league, and the Eastern Conference is extremely competitive. But what you've seen over the last few games, you've seen the confidence and the grittiness and the unity in order to have success. And so we plan for that to continue, and the future to just help us take it up even one more notch.
Wonderful. All right, we'll take a moment here and reset. That'll conclude the first part here. I'm going to ask Tim and Caleb to come over to the side. We'll move some things in. We'll do some photos, and then, of course, the makeup hour.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Hang tight here, Tim. We're
Young
tight, right?
guys, Caleb.
What's that?
I wrote about the young guys.
Bring you some photos.
Okay.
We're just moving stuff. Just moving stuff out of the way for a second. Get ready.
And he's a young guy.
What,
Cucho.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's not late anymore. I'm just a little different.
Hello, hello. We are now going to do some photos. Eunice will run it through, all 3 of you.
Start with the first shirt.
Got the shot.
Yeah. Caleb and Cucho, and then we'll have Mr. Bed Shank on.
Yep, backside.
Yeah.
Step out as you're in.
We'll have to.
You're all set.
Cherish this B-roll for us.
Yeah.
The man will actually the man of the hour solo. Tim, thank you very much.
Yeah, just one minute.
Yep, just solo. And one more on the second.
Doing great.
All right, thank you, everyone. Just give us a brief moment to get reset. Carlos will join here for translation next to Cucho. Just give us a second. Feel free to ask the questions to Carlos, who will translate into Spanish as well as to English. We'll just take one moment here and get reset.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
Thanks, Tim. Hola, Cucho. ¿Está bien? Todo bien. That's all this.
As we get reset here, I want to make sure cameras in the back are feeling good. If anyone needs to move, just great. A reminder, Carlos will be here to translate. Eunice and Daniel will have their mics. Just look to me and I will get started. Thank you very much, and we'll begin Q&A portion with a question from Jacob.
Hello, Cucho, welcome to Columbus. What just set MLS apart for you in making your decision?
¿Qué fue lo que hizo que dirigiera la MLS?
Me gustó mucho el proyecto.
I really liked the project.
Isa me comentó el proyecto del club.
Isa told me about the project, the vision for the club.
Me encantó
I loved it.
cómo me trataron, el interés que tenían de que yo viniera aquí.
I love the way they treated me, the interest that they had in bringing me here.
Las instalaciones, el estadio, todo.
I'm very happy to strength facility, the stadium, everything.
Va a ser muy interesante.
I hope you're very happy here.
Some, and then Maria in the back. Yep, I got you.
Hola, Cucho, bienvenido a Columbus. Un par de preguntas para ti. La primera, ¿cómo sientes, cómo manejas la responsabilidad extra de ser hasta ahora el fichaje más caro en la historia del club y en necesidad de goles? Y la segunda, ¿cómo manejas los comentarios del hecho de que mucha gente piense que el salto de Europa hacia la Major League Soccer puede ser un retroceso, sobre todo al nivel de la selección? Gracias.
The question was, how do you deal with the pressure of being the most expensive transfer in club history, and how do you deal with the idea that sometimes going from Europe to MLS be a step back?
Bueno, sobre la primera pregunta, claramente el proyecto y el interés que había sobre mí y el saber que era el fichaje más caro me hizo tomar la decisión de venir.
So for the first question, clearly knowing what the project was, knowing that it was the most expensive signing, made me want to come here.
Estoy muy feliz porque me siento muy valorado y
I'm really happy because I feel very valued,
espero recompensar todo lo que han hecho por mí dentro del campo.
and I hope to be able to repay everything they've done for me within the field.
Sobre la segunda pregunta,
To the second question, so second question,
creo que no es un retroceso. Creo que no es un retroceso. La MLS está haciendo mucho.
I don't think that MLS has grown a lot.
Los estadios, los centros deportivos, jugadores que están viniendo ahora son top.
Stadiums, the training facilities, players that are coming here, all top.
Y creo que es una liga muy competitiva.
I think it's a very competitive league.
Y nada, quiero venir a hacer el mejor trabajo y a marcar muchos goles, lo que espera la gente.
And I want to do the best job that I can and score a lot of goals, which is what people expect from me.
So Maria in the back. Maria. Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Columbus. Last couple of days, what do you think of it? And secondly, what message do you have for Crew fans?
Primero, que esta es una oportunidad de explorar aquí en Columbus, que es la ciudad. Y la segunda pregunta es si, ¿cuál mensaje tienes para los hinchas?
Bueno, la primera pregunta, me encanta la ciudad,
First question, I love the city.
es muy tranquila, no es muy grande, es parecida a la ciudad de donde vengo yo.
It's not very big, it's very peaceful, it's just like the city that I grew up in.
No me gusta el tráfico. Estoy muy feliz y espero conocer mucho más de esta linda ciudad.
So I'm very happy and I hope to get to know more of this beautiful city.
Mira,
Un mensaje para los hinchas.
no, el mensaje es agradecer el recibimiento que me han dado.
To the fans, the message is I want to thank them for the welcome that they've given me.
Ha sido increíble, es un sueño hecho realidad para mí que me reconozcan el trabajo.
It's incredible to me. It's a dream come true that they recognize my work.
Y, como dije anteriormente, espero recompensar dentro del campo, marcar muchos goles y darle muchas alegrías.
And as I said before, I hope to be able to pay them on the field, start a lot of goals, and give them a lot of joy.
Juan, and then Thomas.
Bienvenido, Cucho. Es un placer saludarte. Realmente ya casi respondiste todas tus responsabilidades que tienes con el equipo, pero te pregunto algo, ¿de dónde sale el Cucho?
The question was, well, Cucho, you obviously answer a lot of questions by responsibilities, but I do have one more question for you. Where does Cucho come from?
Resumido, cuando estaba pequeño, tenía 7 años, mis padres me cortaban el cabello igual mucho cambiazo.
I'll be brief. In summary, when I was 7, my parents used to cut my hair the same way as Cucho Cambiaso.
Entonces el entrenador de mi escuela de fútbol me llamó un día así y así empezaron a llamar mis compañeros también y desde los 7 años tengo el apodo.
And then my trainer from my academy began to call me that, as well as my teammates. I'm from there.
Oh, welcome. 2 questions. What did you know about the crew before they reached out? And then what did you do to familiarize yourself with the team?
Que sabía del club antes de que pensaran en ti, que hablar contigo y después qué hiciste para aprender más sobre ti.
Bueno, conocí al club porque últimamente estaba siguiendo la MLS.
I knew about the club because lately I've been following MLS.
Justo también antes de saber el internet del club, ya sabía mucho de los equipos.
Before the team reached out to me, I knew a lot about the teams.
Claramente cuando enteré de que querían traerme aquí, empecé a mirar por toda la ciudad, del estadio, los fans.
When I found out that they began to reach out to me, I began to look at photos of the city, of the stadium, of the fans.
Y me llamó mucho la atención el buen ambiente. Se siente que es una familia muy linda.
I really like the environment. You can tell that it's a very nice family.
Y que trabajan todos por un mismo objetivo. Y yo soy una pieza más que viene a aportar.
That they all work towards the same goal, and I'm just one more piece that's here to assist. You know?
Joe, how important was it for you to go somewhere where you could be the guy, the top goal scorer, and also maybe then get back regularly to the Colombia national team and be closer to family where they can come see you play?
Son 3 preguntas. Quiero saber qué tan importante era para ti el ser una figura importante, goleador importante del equipo. Qué tan importante era el que eso te ayudara para poder regresar a la selección de Colombia. Y entonces la pregunta, qué tan importante es estar cerca de casa.
Bueno, la primera pregunta, ¿el sueño de estar en la selección sigue intacto?
The first question, my dream of being a national team.
Sé que con el buen trabajo del equipo y con la aportación que yo hago,
It will depend on the team doing a good job and what I'm able to assist the team with.
poder estar en la selección,
So the team doing a good job and what I'm able to assist the team with.
poder estar en la selección
So I can reach the national team.
y cumplir el sueño de estar ahí cada vez que me llaman.
And my dream of being there with the national team every time that I get a call up, un goleador.
Importantísimo,
Qué
porque,
tan importante era ser un goleador.
importantísimo, porque por ganar.
As far as being the main goal scorer, it was very important to me because
Creo que al equipo también le irá bien, estaremos ahí luchando por ganar.
as far as being the main goal scorer, it was very important to me because I think that if I do well and the team does well, we'll be able to succeed together.
Pero
But I'm a player that thinks about the team first, and if the goals come, then that's even better.
Right behind you, then Jordan, and then Jared in the back. If you would like a question after Jared, please flag me, and we'll start to wrap up.
Bienvenidos a Columbus. Nosotros somos de la Mega Radio Latina, que está acá, una de las primeras radios latinas. Queríamos preguntarte, ¿qué sientes de la afición latina recibiéndote el miércoles? Y no solamente eso, sino ¿qué palabras tienes para ellos? ¿Y cómo te ha recibido también el equipo? Porque sabemos que te han tratado muy bien.
The question was, how do you feel about the welcome that the Hispanic community gave you here, and also the welcome that the team has given you?
el recibimiento ha sido increíble. La afición hispana de Columbus me ha recibido muy bien.
the welcome has been incredible. Hispanic fans of Columbus have treated me quite well.
Les agradezco la ilusión que tienen hacia mí.
I really appreciate the way they've acted towards me,
Y espero darle muchas alegrías, por supuesto.
and I hope to give them a lot of joy, of course.
¿Y cuál es la otra? Disculpa.
¿Cómo te ha recibido el equipo?
El equipo ha recibido muy bien. Se nota que hay chicos excepcionales.
The team has received me quite well. You can tell us a lot of exceptional players here.
Hay mucha humildad, muchas ganas de trabajo.
There's a lot of humility, a lot of people who are wanting to work hard.
Y esto me encanta porque me identifico con esta filosofía del club.
And I love that because I identify with that philosophy that the club has.
Y bueno, pronto haré seguro muchos amigos y se notará dentro del campo.
And I'm sure that'll make a lot of friends, so you'll be able to tell all of you.
Cucho, do you only play for yellow teams?
Yellow looks good on me.
When you were looking at the team, there are pieces of this team that can help you as a goal scorer score a lot of goals. What players stood out for you as to, hey, I can't wait to play with these players?
Cuando estás viendo el equipo, ¿qué jugadores fueron los que viste que crees que te pueden ayudar para meter goles y jugadores con quienes no puedes esperar a jugar con ellos?
Creo que hay una respuesta que todos quieren,
I think there's an answer that everyone wants,
que es con Lucas.
and that's Lucas.
Me encanta cómo juega, tiene mucha calidad
Love the way that he plays. He has a lot of quality,
y sé que nos podemos entender muy bien.
and then we can understand each other well.
Con Santos también,
Santos as well.
me gusta su forma de jugar.
I like the way that he plays.
Y hay muchos jóvenes que lo están haciendo muy bien.
There are a lot of young players that are also performing quite well.
Y por último, me gusta mucho la solidez defensiva.
I really like the defensive steadiness the team has.
La agresividad y el trabajo hasta el fin.
How aggressive they are, and the fact that they work till the end.
Very good. We'll put Jared in the back and I'll likely be last question.
Bienvenidos. A question about fitting in on a new team while also being the best teammate you can be.
Me pregunto sobre cómo encaja dentro del equipo. Obviamente has encajado dentro de equipos nuevos antes. ¿Cómo puedes ser la mejor versión del equipo, al igual que ser una buena versión del jugador del equipo?
No, yo creo que todo empieza y que debo hacerlo, en trabajar e incorporarme rápido a lo que el equipo quiere.
I think it all starts with me wanting to work hard and incorporate myself into what the team wants.
Quien debe acoplarse soy yo y no el equipo a mí, por supuesto.
I need to adjust to the team, and the team does not need to adjust to me, of course.
Y creo que hay muy buenos jugadores para hacer algo bonito esta temporada.
I think there's a lot of players who can do something beautiful this season.
Tengo mucha ilusión de ganar
I have high hopes of winning,
y bueno, ya nos veremos.
and we'll see each other on the field soon.
I want to thank everyone. I specifically want to thank Cucho and Carlos for his time. That'll wrap our media availability. Thanks to everyone for being here today.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Daniel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos.
Oh.